didn't learn how to do this.
You want me to share it?
Yes. I
Okay.
didn't know how to do this.
Go ahead.
So, after 6 years of homeless, chronic homeless in the immediate, I was part of Wheeler Station, Tennessee. Me and my deceased husband actually lived in a tent for 4 years. Our house was a tent. Our bathroom was a bucket.
Yes.
We made it through a 17-degree winter, my God. They housed us in one of the little temporary SROs in April. Harvey. And I watched everything that we just got float in 6 feet of water. Harvey was by a bayou, so it held. The water actually held at 6 feet for 2 days before we receded. Psst, out of there. Everything out. Back outside again for a year. And my husband started having heart attacks every 6 months. Outside. We had to go back to the tent. They housed me first, of course, because of chronic heart disease. I had other conditions. The baby number high too. So they housed me a year later. Continuously. At heart attack number 6 on May 10th, 2001, my husband had a 6th massive heart attack, 500 feet from the door, a few northwest. There was absolutely nothing they could do. They didn't get in the car. They about to crash cars on the front door. Went up on the ambulance for it. They across the street. Just walk over there. He was gone. There's nothing we could do. I made it 2 years by miracle of God.
You made it 2 years sober from...
Yeah, you gotta bear in mind, we came from a tent. People say how irresponsible. We were coming from a tent, starting life all over again. So, burial policies, life insurance, we did talk about that. But that was okay. Let's get our feet under us. We didn't have a car. We were trying to put our stimulus checks together to buy a vehicle and try to buy a cash car. It wasn't no financing. I made it 2 years being very depressed, catatonic practically, locked in the house with amazing amount. I don't know how I did it. I had a lot of money stacked aside just in case I get somewhere in me subconsciously. I knew I made 2 years of not relapsing because I didn't leave the house. I didn't function. It was post-COVID, so it was very easy not to function. I realized I died in 21. It was post-COVID. So I could just lie and stay. I was in that job. I had a mental health diagnosis anyway, so I just no, not yet. I'm still social distancing. No, I'm losing my mind. I don't want y'all to know. I'm over here going completely crazy, and I don't want y'all to know. I'm turning into a hoarder. Oh my God, I lost my mind in here. But as long as y'all don't come in here, y'all will know. And every now and then I come out dressed to the nines because I had a good day, acting like everything's fine. Nobody had any idea because they only saw me on the good days. So 15 minutes doesn't come out anymore. Just Spencer died. No, I'm losing my mind. So I realized that I was straight talking to myself. I would just be pretending he was still there. And this is not healthy. You gotta get out of here. Unfortunately, because our social circles were street and homeless camps, criminal drug addicts, I'm desperately grieving and missing them and extremely codependent. So I'm going to return to all of our circles to chase our memories. I'm standing around, dope dealers and hookers, but I hope to heal them. But I've been in homeless camps for years, so I'm completely desensitized to my environment. People want to crack right in my face. I don't care. But then we finally hit Valentine's Day, and somebody walks up to me and says, "You get this for your husband," and they actually hand me something that's expensive with love. I paid for it and everything. Man, you were supposed to lose my friends. He going, really? And just throw me 3 grams.
Gave you some
just
dope.
3 grams?
Right.
Man,
and you had been clean for how long?
Me and my husband been for 7 years. He been over 2. I was sitting on 9 years.
Sitting on 9 years clean.
Did you see that?
And this guy catches you at a vulnerable moment when you're depressed.
Somebody 9 years ago would have held me hostage behind 3 grams. Somebody would have killed my grandma behind 3 grams.
Right.
That's what's up.
But you were at a vulnerable point.
You can count to 10 before the first year.
And the demon came and dropped 3
grams
in your hand.
No. Man, you still hurt those feelings.
Take this.
You can count to 10.
Feel better.
When I tell you that
and so then you relapse.
A 3-year relapse of
3 years.
Unfortunately, because it's a mixed blessing. When I tell people who don't know anything about addiction, especially that drug, and using it off and on as long as I have, you use like the person who taught you how to use. I'm an extrovert from the 90s. So thank God the person who taught me how to use was a lady. She wasn't all nasty and hoish.
She wasn't looking for you to do favors.
I'm saying her pattern of use, the way she used.